Testing, testing. All right, my voice is in the good range. Put up a little bit more. Testing, testing. 1 2 1 2 1. Mic check, mic check. Perfect. Okay.
A gain of a yard brings him 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line. A gain of 21 yards, and the Cardinal first down. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. First down, Arizona.
Good morning, everybody. This is Thomas Jones IV reporting live from the broadcast booth at TIAA Bank Stadium here in Jacksonville, Florida. NFC West versus AFC South tilt here as the 2-0 Arizona Cardinals will take on the 2-0 Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Kyler to throw. He's hit, but the delivery is there as James Conner has a first down inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. A wobbler of a throw there. You saw pressure from the nickel cornerback that time, but picked up nicely, and Kyler able to get the throw off. It's now 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Arizona is 2-0 in the season, as I mentioned moments ago, defeating the Tennessee Titans as well as the Minnesota Vikings in the last 2 weeks. Kyler, play action, throw, middle. It is caught by Daniels. Nice catch by the trusty tight end there as he works his way inside the 2 down to the 1-yard line. And it'll set up our first down and goal of the ball game. As you can see right now, momentum is slowly tilting towards Arizona as the Cardinals will line up in that heavy Panther formation Cam Newton made famous so many years ago. Kyler on the keeper is met at the line of scrimmage. He's going nowhere. So that'll be 2nd and goal. Cardinals quickly back to line of scrimmage as Rayshawn Jenkins makes the tackle. Kyler will throw. Here comes pressure to lob, and it is all intercepted by Henderson. Fantastic effort that time, as it was basically Henderson versus two different receivers, and was able to knock that ball out. And very quickly here, we are looking at a 3rd down and goal. So first 2 plays was a run, then a pass out of that heavy Panther formation. Jacksonville has stood tall thus far. Let's see what Coach Papalan has drawn up here on 3rd down. I formation this time. Kyler will be under center, the 1-yard line. In the backfield is James Conner. Conner will get the carry, and he's got a walk-in touchdown. Great blocks that time by the front line for Arizona, and the Cardinals break our scoreless tie here in Jacksonville. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 5:06 to play in the opening quarter. Arizona leads 7-0 over Jacksonville. So that was James Conner's first rushing touchdown of this newly created NFASL 3. And I do remember seeing in the chat yesterday that Icy joked around and said we're going for the record for the amount of leagues created this year. We know we'll have at least 4, as the league will need to be recreated once the patch and Week 1 rosters are dropped. Kickoff here in Jamal Agnew's hands, and he will take it to the 10, 15 before being met by a couple of tacklers. That's Daniels there, the tight end, as he makes the play at the 15-yard line. So for Jacksonville, we all know that Trevor Lawrence, the number 1 overall draft pick, has been the talking point here in the local sports media. And it's going to be interesting to see how he does this season again. So far, playing the Texans as well as the Denver Broncos, has not faced an extremely talented defense yet. And the Cardinals provide the most amount of speed that I think Lawrence has seen so far in his young career. Lawrence will roll to his right, and he'll take off and run. He's got 1st down yardage before stepping out at the 29-yard line. And that has been an Achilles heel for the Cardinals defense. Last week gave up almost 100 yards rushing to Kirk Cousins. And you can see Trevor Lawrence was watching that film, noticing the soft spots in that man coverage. And again, when you call man defense, your corners, your safeties, whoever you have manned up, they turn their back to the quarterback because they're following the routes. And that allows the quarterback, once he's able to evade the pocket, to have some free running room. So 1st down as we're under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. As Coach Stu has to be ecstatic with the selection of Trevor Lawrence this year for Madden, after having to deal with Gardner Minshew, Jacob Eason, and Grayson McCall last Madden. 2 running backs set here, Travis Etienne and James Robinson in the backfield for Jacksonville. Lawrence will fake the give to Robinson. This will be a throw. He'll roll to his right again, and he'll take off again. Look at the move. Lawrence at the 45, 50, 45 of Jacksonville. Loses the football. It's picked up by Arizona. Isaiah Simmons has the recovery, and it went from great to horrid in a matter of moments for Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence put on a little bit of a effort and juke move there to get away from, I believe that was Chandler Jones he evaded, and then took a licking from Budda Baker. Fumble recovered, and now Arizona takes over at their own 49-yard line. Conner will take the give. He had the touchdown on the previous drive, and he'll go right back to line of scrimmage as Malcolm Brown there to make the tackle. It's been a nice mix of run and pass early in this game for Coach Long. As Murray in the pocket will throw over the middle. Dangerous throw, and this one's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco, the rookie. And for Jacksonville, that is a huge momentum boost, as they had just turned the ball over and will get it right back. I believe that Kyler Murray was looking for Rondale Moore that time, the speed demon out of Purdue, but good coverage there from Cisco, as you see a couple of Cardinals fans made the trip here to Jacksonville, not too pleased by that play. 3 receivers set to the right of your screen for Trevor Lawrence as he begins the second drive of the day. Turned the ball over on that fumble run earlier. This time he's going to let one loose. He's got a wide open target. It's caught. That's Johnson, and he's inside the 30. Still going. Colin Johnson down to the 20 before finally being brought down by Byron Murphy Jr. And the former University of Texas Longhorn has a huge gain there. Count him up for 54 yards on that one. As 63 yards on that one, as Colin Johnson puts Jacksonville inside the red zone. Lawrence will throw from the gun again. T-Law rolling to his right. Looking for someone to become available. He throws a dangerous ball. That's picked off. That's Wiggins, and he's got blockers in front at the 30, 35, 40, 50. No one in front. He has a wide open touchdown. Wiggins with a pick six, and the Cardinals extend their lead. Wow, we've seen some sloppy play here as James Wiggins is the beneficiary. 3 straight turnovers by these two teams. Fumble by Trevor Lawrence, interception by Kyler Murray, and now the pick six from Trevor Lawrence. As you can see, these two guys are really slinging the football around, but to the wrong team early in this game. 14-0 our score as Agnew will try another one from the goal line. He will work to about the 25, still going, and he's up to the 34, make it the 32-yard line. Almost got away from everyone on that return. As Jacksonville now trailing by 2 possessions, 2 turnovers have been their end results of their drives in the first quarter. AFC South, NFC West. These two teams, again, off to good starts. As for Jacksonville, the Colts are off to a 2-0 start as well. And for the remainder of the division, they're both 0-2. Lawrence will roll to his right. He'll throw, and this one is a beauty to DJ Chark, who had Budda Baker in coverage, who looked to be draped all over him. But the former LSU Tiger had no issues coming down with that one. And again, one play, Jacksonville is in Cardinal territory to the 35-yard line as we approach 2 minutes left in the opening frame here at TIAA Bank Stadium. Lawrence will roll to his left this time. Here comes pressure from Chandler Jones, and this one will be a throwaway. So Lawrence early on the day, 2 completions for 96 yards. Those of you that aren't math majors, that is a 48-yard average per throw. So that is an extremely great number if you're Coach Stu, but the turnovers from Lawrence have been killer early in this one. Haven't seen Jacksonville get to the run game quite yet. Let's see if they're looking to here as the Cardinals are looking to call a defensive play. Stay tuned, folks. We are in Week 3 of the NFASL. Game of the week this week's a barn burner. The Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers should be playing later this afternoon. I will be on the call, and as along with the color commentary from Coach ATK of the Patriots. Nice throw there to James Robinson. He'll pick up close to first down yardage. Give him about 9 on that one. It'll be 3rd down and a short 1 to go. James Robinson, a breakout player last season, undrafted out of Illinois State. And those of you that remember, Leonard Fournette was cut right at the end of the preseason going into the last NFL year. James Robinson was a surprise starter, and he really produced. He was really the best player on Jacksonville's team last season, offensively speaking. And now you throw in Travis Etienne, who can be kind of a wild card joker type of guy up the backfield, along with DJ Chark and Trevor Lawrence's arm. This Jacksonville offense has an opportunity to take a step up this season. Here's a handoff for Robinson. He's got first down yardage, sheds a tackle, and is brought down by Marcus Golden at the 20-yard line. So that's a first down for Jacksonville. That's their 4th first down today. And now they are at the cusp of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And it'll be nice to see this Arizona Cardinal defense again. Chandler Jones coming back, J.J. Watt coming over from Houston. So it should be nice to have a somewhat of a pass rush for Coach Lyon. He loves those veteran pass rushers again. Had Khalil Mack last season. Had a couple of others as well. I mean, so many. Great route that time. That's the Stu special. The corner C route to Colin Johnson as he makes the grab, and he's down at the 2-yard line. First down and goal upcoming for the Jags. So you saw Trevor Lawrence evaded that stunt there from the D tackle. Nicely done there from T-Law as he was able to avoid Xavier Williams, who was coming up the gut there. So it'll be first down, final minute of the first quarter. It's 14-0 Arizona, but Jacksonville wants to cut this lead in half with a possible touchdown here on 1st and goal. Here's a handoff for Etienne, and he is met at the 1-yard line. I believe that was Budda Baker in on that tackle. No, I stand corrected. That actually was Collins, Xavier Collins, who made that tackle. And it will be now a 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Jacksonville, if they feel so inclined, do not have to call a play before the end of the first quarter. As you see, there's a 6-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. Lawrence does line up here. They're going to run the shovel option there. It's tossed to Etienne. He's got to beat one man to the end zone, and he does. Nice call there on the goal line as Wiggins could not make the tackle, and Travis Etienne Jr. has his first touchdown of the game. Lambeau on for the extra point attempt. And it is down the middle. 14-7, a nice 7-play, 67-yard drive spanning 2 minutes and 57 seconds as Jacksonville is able to cut this lead down to 1 possession. So Travis Etienne, rookie out of Clemson, is going to be a huge addition for this Jacksonville offense. I teased earlier about his Joker wildcard abilities. He can run out of the backfield. You can line him up as slot receiver. And it's going to be a real shame that we're not able to see him in real life, as he had that Liz Frank injury a few days ago. That's going to hamper him, and he will miss all of the 2021 NFL season. So Kyler Murray back out onto the field. Last time we saw him, he threw an interception. And here comes a 4-man rush from Jacksonville. It's picked up nicely by the Arizona O-line. Nice drag route to Christian Kirk, who works over the middle, and he'll step out at the 34. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So after one here in Jacksonville, Arizona leads 14-7 and will hold on to the football as we begin the second quarter. TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville, Florida is the site of this AFC-NFC tilt. Cardinals have the ball at their own 34-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. And Kyler Murray has James Conner spelled to his left here. Jacksonville got bodies at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they send him. They're going to bring 3 and a fantastic swim move at the line of scrimmage. That might be a loss of 2 there, folks, as Malcolm Brown made a great play. Again, former Texas Longhorn. Jacksonville is littered with a couple of these guys. And he's made a couple of splash plays earlier. As you see, he was able to make quick work that time of the right guard, Brian Winters. So it will be 3rd down and 3. Murray takes a snap with one hand. Will just take off and run. He's got the first down and more. Slides to safety at the 41-yard line as Tyson Campbell was pursuing. So smart play from Kyler to read that the middle of the D-line was open and for business. Kyler picks up the blitz there, and he's got a wide-open D-hop. First down and more. He hurdles the defender, and he's gone. 59-yard touchdown score. So the Stu mid-blitz this time gets burned as the Arizona front 5, able to pick up the blitz, gave Kyler ample time to find Nuke Hopkins, and DeAndre did the rest. 21-7 our score after just 58 seconds into this second quarter. Arizona regains a 14-point lead. That's Kyler's first passing touchdown today, as Jacksonville will take the football back at the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence on that last drive was able to shake the cobwebs of those first 2 drives away after turning the ball over. Got that touchdown run from Travis Etienne on that shovel pitch option. So James Robinson will step back into the game. Laviska Shenault in the slot receiver position. We haven't called his name yet today. Let's see if Lawrence is going to call his number here. T-Law making some pre-snap adjustments before taking this snap. 4-man rush picked up nicely. It's going to be a short throw for Robinson. He's got a first down to the 40. Swerves back towards the middle. Breaks a tackle, but finally is brought down at the Jacksonville 44-yard line. That is a gain of 19 yards on just a simple out route from the backfield. As you see, Lawrence took the check down, and Robinson was able to get away from the man coverage and get the first down. So here's Etienne. He'll fake the give to Etienne. Lawrence rolls to his left, throws off his back foot, and it's a dime to Colin Johnson. My goodness, how on God's green earth was that throw completed? But Trevor Lawrence, I guess he's just built different. I mean, look, he's rolling to his left. He's throwing across his body. He's not even lined up to that throw. That's just all Trevor Lawrence's arm and shoulder on that last delivery. So first down at the 22-yard line, and that was a gain of about 34 yards as well. So Colin Johnson, 2 big receptions early. Rolled to the right. Lawrence will throw this time for the tight end, and it is incomplete, but we do have a flag as Isaiah Simmons is called for pass interference at the goal line. Ball will be spotted at the 1-yard line. That is a gigantic penalty against Arizona, as Jacksonville now has a first down and goal. So far, Lawrence has had no trouble moving the football today, as he now has this first and goal. Goal line set here. It's a toss for James Robinson. He's going backwards. Jukes away from Simmons. He's got the touchdown. Looked to be dead to rights in the backfield, but got out of it, and the Illinois State former running back has himself a touchdown run, and the lead, pending this extra point, is back down to 7. Lambeau makes that the case. It is 21-14 Arizona. And that was just a 3-play drive, and it took about 1:21 seconds. So within the first 2 minutes and 19 seconds of this second quarter, we've seen both teams cross the goal line. Let's take this opportunity to look around the league and check out some other games that'll be being played as I go over to the schedule. So we have some other big matchups between undefeated ball clubs here. As again mentioned, the game of the week between Green Bay, San Francisco is a battle of 2-0 teams. This one here is a battle of 2-0 ball clubs. We also have a AFC North divisional showdown between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers from Heinz Field. That'll be a battle of 2-0 teams. Welcome back Coach Skis and the Atlanta Falcons off to a nice 2-0 start. They'll be taking on Coach Kenny in MetLife later today. And that is actually it for all the 2-0 matchups, but still some other good ones around the league. A surprising 0-2 Washington football team will travel to Buffalo to take on Coach Saul and the Bills. Ruben will travel to New England to take on Coach ATK after his loss to Toby. As this first down read option goes backwards. Loss of 3. Josh Allen read that like a children's book that time and was able to make the tackle for a loss of 3. I mean, you just look at the specimen that Josh Allen provides out of the University of Kentucky. He is a tall, athletic pass rusher. I mean, the prototype of what you want from today's pass rusher. Can play the run, can play the pass, is able to know his route, know his assignment, as Kyler able to complete that pass for a gain of 7, maybe 8 to the 22-yard line. That's that's DeAndre Hopkins on the quick slant. And it'll set up a manageable third down for Coach Lon and the Cardinals. So again, you know when you play Stu, you're going to see this double A gap look that you're seeing on third down. Let's see if the dogs are sent or not here. As 5 men come, and a wide open target is James Conner. He's got the first down at the 34-yard line. Kyler off to a prolific start here, 151 yards passing, 9 of 11, and has the touchdown and an interception today. So another third down conversion for Arizona. They've been magnificent on third down so far. As the new set of downs, Kyler going empty here on first down. Murray, quick throw out to the left sideline. It is caught by Rondale Moore, and that's the first time we've called his name on the afternoon. Second catch today for the former Purdue Boilermaker. Guy that had a ton of hype surrounding him 2 seasons ago when he last played college football for Purdue. He lit up the Big Ten that season. Sat out last year due to COVID, and for that reason that maybe he dropped a little bit in his draft stock, but I'm sure Coach Lon and the Arizona Cardinals have to be ecstatic with the fact that they were able to select Rondale Moore and add him to an already explosive offense with Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, as he tries to keep the power. He's got the first down to Moore. Great block that time from James Conner as he springs Kyler into Jacksonville territory at the 46-yard line. Great play call there as you see C.J. Henderson on the tackle. You fake the speed option from Rondale Moore. So on cue, they use him as a decoy. Gets the defense sleeping there. Almost have to pause and think about, okay, who's getting the ball. Kyler runs by you, gets the big gain for first down. Kyler will go down the middle in the seam. He's got a man, and he overshoots the target. That was Rondale Moore, who was naked down the middle of the field, right between the two safeties, but Kyler just could not hook up with his slot receiver. So a huge play for Jacksonville as they get away with one, and it's now 2nd down and 10 from the Jacksonville 46. Conner will take the inside zone give, and he'll be blown up by guess who? Malcolm Brown. 3rd time today he's been sniffed up in the backfield as he flexes for the camera. Nicely done, Mr. Brown, and it's now 3rd down and 11. Great tackle, too. He went low. As you see, James Conner, again, out of the University of Pittsburgh, as we all know, a cancer survivor, is a tough-minded running back. You got to go low to make these tackles on James Conner. That's exactly what Malcolm Brown did. So it'll set up another 3rd down. And I mentioned to this point, Jacksonville defensively have not been able to get off the field on these 3rd downs. The Cardinals are 3 of 4 so far today. The only one that was a not completion was that turnover, for those of you that were wondering. So we'll see this new formation that I love so much in Madden, the 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. This is going to be a smoke screen for Rondale Moore, and a great sound tackle made by Tyson Campbell, former University of Georgia standout corner there. He makes the play at the 44-yard line, and the Jaguars defense makes the play they need to get the ball back for T-Law and the offense. So at the 44-yard line within NFASL rules, Lon could go for it here, but as you see, He's going to attempt a 61-yard field goal attempt. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 61-yard field goal attempt is money for Matt Prater. And he's been making a living doing that his whole career, folks. Again, he had the 63-yard kick back in his Denver days eons ago, had some big kicks for Detroit last few years, and now is indoors with the Arizona Cardinals. So a nice addition for Coach Lon. Again, a lot of people overlook the value of having a kicker with that type of leg. You saw that. He was 5 yards, 6 yards past the midfield stripe and still had the confidence to make that kick and nailed it. So it's a two-possession game now, 24-14. Jacksonville will take over at their own 25-yard line. 3 tight ends set here as James Conner, the lone back in the backfield. Barnes will change up the play here. This will be a give for Robinson, and he is decleated at the 32-yard line. Same type of approach that James Conner had, you take with James Robinson. You want to tackle him low. This is a guy that gets that shoulder down, the pad level, usually wins that battle, can really bully defensive backs and safeties especially. But James Wiggins that time knew what he had to do, went low, took the legs out from under Robinson, made the tackle after a gain of 7. This will be a play action. Looking for Chark, but he'll just check down for Robinson, who's already had a couple nice catches today. Sheds a tackle of Chandler Jones before weaving out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So both quarterbacks today doing a good job of taking what the defense is giving them in this quarter. First quarter was a little reckless with some errant throws here and there, but both teams so far have seemed to settle in after that first quarter turnover barrage. So this should be the final play before the 2-minute warning. We'll see if the clock... Oh, I'm sorry, no, because we're inside of 4 minutes and Robinson stepped out of bounds. No, I was wrong. Okay, the clock does keep going. So 2-minute warning here at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. Our score, Arizona 24, Jacksonville 14. Jaguars have the football on 1st down and 10 at their own 42-yard line. I believe that Jacksonville will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. And this is one of my favorite aspects of these games to talk about, are these end of half possessions, and especially when the team that has the ball at the end of the half also gets it to start the second half. This is what makes the Patriots so dangerous. They always capitalize on these opportunities. Let's see if T-Law can do the same. He's hit as he's thrown here. This one's kind of an underthrow. Let's see who wins this battle. It'll be Buda Baker, who jumps up and snatches that football away from Laviska Shenault. And our second interception today of Trevor Lawrence, 3rd turnover total, as number 3, Buda Baker, who formerly wore number 32, has his first interception today. And on the season, based on this NFASL 3 statistics, of course. So Cardinals will go empty. Here comes pressure, and Cardinals is almost intercepted, but Hopkins comes away with it. He's racing down the left sideline, 30, 25, and is brought down at the 23-yard line. Went from his own 23 to the Jacksonville 23. That is a monumental gain right there, as you see. C.J. Henderson was just so close to batting that football away. And you say it's a game of inches. That is a great example of it there. 1st down and 10 now, as Coach Lon, after the splash play, will come at the trip set. Screen set up for James Conner. Evades one, gets a nice block there from Winters inside the 5, still going, and is brought down by Malcolm Brown at the 4-yard line. Folks, that's a defensive tackle who's chasing down a running back on a screen, made that play from behind. Man, I'm really impressed with what I've seen out of Malcolm Brown today. Look at this effort. I know the Cardinals got the 1st down, but man, what a play from Malcolm Brown. 1st down and goal. Quick throw. It's a fade for Hopkins, and it is dropped. Oh, I'm really happy to see that actual play happen the way it did. It's been, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 Madden since the fade route has even been a viable option down at the goal line. And a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, in real life, they're absolutely going to give him an opportunity like that. And it was nice to see the coverage there. Just overall, just happy to see that animation is possible in this Madden. Again, once that patch comes with defense, I do really feel this will be the best Madden we've had. There's already some things I'm seeing that are really great, like this, something like this, for example. The tackling, there's not, you're not seeing D tackles just reach out and grab people, bring them down. You're able to run through some holes. I like the tackle animations from behind. They're not the silly ones where, you're pushing guy over the line, like you're trying to actually bring him back. I'm seeing a lot of that. And then the pass catching is a little bit better. I can't say it's where I would like it to be yet, but it is a little bit better. So Kyler trying some trickery at the goal line on 3rd and goal, and Josh Allen says no, makes a tackle on Kyler. I don't know if that'll be a TFL or be registered as a sack. I'm not sure what the play call was due to the fact that it got blown up so quickly. But again, kudos to the Jacksonville defense. Now, their clock management defensively was a little poor, as they were only going to be afforded about 13 or 12 seconds left in the second quarter once Prater attempts this field goal. So a timeout called by Arizona. It looks like they're going to have second thoughts about it, and Kyler Murray puts the helmet back on, and the offense is back on the field. Cardinals are going to go for it here. So they're happy with the fact that they have a 4th and goal from the 7-yard line, and they're going to go. Now, I'm really curious how the momentum boost will go. Let's say the Cardinals don't get this and are unsuccessful. I want to see where that momentum shifts goes back, because something like this in real life, this really does shift and alter the game, especially if the Cardinals are able to find the end zone here. So Kyler will throw. They're really going to do this, and here's a throw, and it's a wide open man. Was he in bounds? No, he was out of bounds. Rondale Moore, rookie mistake. In college, 1 foot is a touchdown, but in the NFL it's not. But this will be reviewed. Here we go. Let's see if this is going to be upheld or overturned. It'll be upheld. So Rondale Moore unsuccessful in getting the 2-point conversion, and the momentum meter really didn't shift too much in Jacksonville's favor, to my surprise. So Trevor Lawrence will, from his own 7, looks like they're going to call a play here. This is a head-scratcher here. I always will go with the QB kneel or a run play here. Let's see what Jacksonville has called up here. Lawrence will throw. He's got a man. It's Chark, and he does get out of bounds at the 22. So some breathing room at the very least for a possible another shot. I think you still need to get about 20 more yards in about 3-4 seconds, get out of bounds, and then you have a Hail Mary. But let's see what Jacksonville attempts here. A 2 tight end set for James Robinson, who's in the backfield. You see the Cardinals are playing this conservatively. Lawrence, there's 3 seconds left, 2, 1. This will be the last play of the half, as Chenault makes a catch, gets out of bounds at the 42. But that's halftime here at TIAA Bank Stadium. An exciting first 2 quarters here in Jacksonville as the Arizona Cardinals lead 24-14. Nice addition in this Madden I like to see is the coach adjustments here that you get to see from who's streaming at the onset of the second half. And again, just like in real life, you go back to the locker room, you talk to your troops and say, hey, this is what's working, this is what we're giving up, this is what we got to fix if we want to win this ball game and hold on. If you're Arizona, it's simple. You're up by 2 possessions. You need your defense to continue to make stops and continue to make plays as they have been. And for offense, don't turn the ball over. You're playing ahead. You want to play keep away here. And if you're Jacksonville, again, it's their defense has kept you in this ball game. Your front 4 has been spectacular so far. Just got to continue to take care of the football offensively. And defensively, again, you just need 1 play on Kyler. If you can just get 1 interception, a fumble, something like that to get things back in your favor, Jacksonville will be cooking. So Jags start with the football at the 25-yard line. Lawrence in a tight formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. ETN in the backfield. Play action. Lawrence rolling again away from pressure. Looks like he's going to take off and run. He does, and he picks up 6 before stepping out. 15 yards per carry today for Trevor Lawrence. He's only rushed 3 times. He had that big run that ended in the fumble, and then that was the first scramble here in the second half for Trevor Lawrence. So again, Trevor Lawrence, again out of the University of Clemson, as is ETN. Both of these guys played together in college for Dabo Swinney. Lawrence again won the national title, of course, back in 2019. Here's the handoff, and it is ETN who's got first down yardage to the 38-yard line. And again, in that national championship game, I think we all remember how Trevor Lawrence pieced apart that Alabama defense. They put up over 40 points of offense and just had their way with Nick Saban in that one. And that's kind of where that whole narrative of Trevor Lawrence being the next great one came from, I think, was that game. Because he was, I believe, a redshirt freshman at the time. So just mad impressive that, or true freshman. I actually may have been a true freshman. I'm not sure. Someone may have to fact check me on that one. But even so, that's where that narrative began, where Trevor Lawrence was being compared to Peyton Manning as, the most surefire prospect in decades, essentially, as you're seeing another short throw. This is James Robinson. He'll be tackled by Darquez Denard at the 40-yard line. Robinson's been busy today at the backfield. 4 receptions, 42 yards. He's averaging 14 yards a reception. That's pretty solid for a guy that's not really known as a pass catcher. Again, really more of a between the tackles, bruising type of running back who takes away energy from the defense. But showing some pass-catching prowess today. 3rd down and 9. Here comes pressure from Arizona. Picked up and for the throw across the middle to DJ Shark at the 48 of Arizona for a 1st down, as Thompson could not make the play. As DJ Shark has been relatively quiet today. He's got a few nice catches, but for the most part, Arizona's done a good job of hemming him in. 1st down, though. New set of downs for Jacksonville at the Arizona 48. Here comes pressure. Budda Baker. Lawrence has to get rid of it, and a dangerous pass is incomplete. Looked like a couple of Arizona Cardinals had an opportunity to pick that one off. As Budda Baker, again coming from that strong safety spot, really messed with the timing of that route for Trevor Lawrence, and he had to get rid of the football quickly. And that kind of goes to show, I think, where Coach Moon talks about the interception to touchdown ratio. Most of the time, I believe those interceptions are because of the pressure, and as well as, late in game, you're throwing passes you really don't need to. As Lawrence again will take off, and he'll gain 9 up to the 39-yard line. So now he has over 50 yards rushing today. And I mentioned back in the first half, the Cardinals have had trouble with these quarterbacks running on them all season long, and that continues here today. Robinson in the game. Here's a nice throw, and there's a fumble. I believe he was down. Jacksonville does recover past the 1st down marker. Colin Johnson there to retrieve the football as Luke Farrell, the rookie. Let's watch this again. I want to see if he actually fumbled. So here's the tackle from Simmons. Yeah, he's down. So if Arizona had recovered that ball, Jacksonville would have it probably where the ball was knocked down at that spot. However, because Jacksonville recovered the ball, and I don't know if they would be able to challenge the spot or the fumble, I know Madden's kind of broken with that type of thing, they're going to have the 1st down at the 34-yard line. So even though Jacksonville gets the 1st down, I still think that benefits Arizona. 1st down and 10. Now from the 34. Lawrence, pressure up the middle. He takes the check down to Robinson, who's got close to 1st down yardage, as Collins makes a nice tackle at the 25-yard line. Robinson now averaging over 10 yards per reception as Collins knocks in tackle number 3 on the afternoon. This is an inside zone give for Robinson. Great blocking from the Jacksonville front 5 as Robinson peruses to the 18-yard line. Inside the red zone here, as 2 out of the 3 trips have resulted in touchdowns for Jacksonville. 1 was an interception. So this is the spot where Jacksonville has to execute, finish this out with 6, make this a 3-point game. And at the very least, you just want to get points on this drive. No matter what you do, if you score on this drive, you're going to be within 1 possession. So here's Trevor Lawrence as ETN checks back into the game. Loving to see the rotation that Coach Stu is calling. Is this a quick throw? And it's picked off. Guess who it is? It's Isaiah Simmons, and he's taking it back the other way. 20, and he's brought down from a absolutely phenomenal tackle from Andrew Norwell, the offensive lineman, as Isaiah Simmons picks off Trevor Lawrence for the 2nd time today. Here's a run for James Conner, power O, and a great play made at the 22-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 2, as you see the amount of yards Jacksonville's given up today, 255 total. As I'm looking through the Jacksonville roster really quickly to tell you who that was that made that tackle. Oh, that was Clavon Chasen. So here's a play-action throw on 2nd down. Murray looking to his left, running out of time, and is going to throw off his back foot, and he's got a man. It is Christian Kirk at the 41-yard line. I know you all saw the throw mechanic from Kyler. Again, pressure in his face. That throw would not have been possible last Madden with Kyler's throw under pressure being at paranoid. Again, the commissioners this year gave him the ideal throw under pressure, and he's taking care of it as Antoine Wesley sheds a tackle inside the 5, reaching for the end zone, and he's short. Oh, the effort there from Wesley is not rewarded. Miles Jack keeps the former Baltimore Raven out of the end zone, but still a nice grab, athletic play there from Wesley. Breaks a tackle and gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. And just like that, Jacksonville's defense is backed up here to the 1. Kyler from the heavy Panther set will throw. End zone. Touchdown. This time Wesley has no problem finishing this one out. He's having trouble getting the football out of his hand, though. That old Madden 08 touchdown celebration that I always love. And the extra point from Matt Prater is good. what a turn of events here over the last couple of minutes. Jacksonville had the ball in the red zone, bit off a little bit more they could chew that time through a scary throw. It got picked off by Simmons, and just 4 plays after, Arizona able to punch it in for 6. So now up 31-14, looking to get to 3-0 on the season. And for Trevor Lawrence, 4 turnovers today. Had the fumble and has thrown 3 interceptions. And again, that's not really going to deter Coach Stu from continuing to pass the ball. We all know that he is not afraid to continue to throw the ball. And you have to when you're down 17. You're not going to be able to get back into the game running the ball. So now you're going to have to start to get a little bit more cognizant of throwing the ball. As this one is a lollipop down the middle of the field, and it should have been intercepted, but was not. That one was a drop that time, and would have been interception number 4. Lawrence is really taking some dangerous throws here early in this second half. As I believe that was Malcolm Butler who dropped that ball. It was. This is going to be a short throw to Etienne. He tries to spin away from Wiggins, but the tackle is made at the 30-yard line. So that's actually Etienne's first reception of the game. If I had told you that James Robinson would have 5 catches for 51 yards, Etienne just 1, I think you would have looked at me a bit funny, but that's the way it's played out so far. Robinson has been the pass catcher and the leading rusher today. Etienne has taken more of a reserve, spell back type of role. So empty set here on 3rd and 5. Cardinals showing the double A gap pressure. They're only going to send 4, however. Lawrence will take the underneath to Farrell. He's got the first down and more as he cuts up field and breaks to the 44-yard line before being stopped. That's the second reception today for the tight end, Farrell. And for the Jaguars, a big first down pitch and catch, and that'll extend the drive as we approach the final minute of the third quarter. Lawrence from the gun will take the quick throw to Etienne. He's got close to first down yardage as a stellar tackle by Isaiah Simmons, the old shoestring tackle at the 49, saves what would have been a huge play for Jacksonville. Lawrence, play action on second down. Going end zone, he's looking for Luke Farrell, and it is intercepted again. Budda Baker's got his second, and now that's the 4th interception Lawrence has thrown on the day. Again, folks, the interception to touchdown ratio is being tracked by the commissioners. So 1 touchdown pass for Lawrence, 4 interceptions. That is not going to help his cause. As Lawrence makes a nice throw, fires a fastball in there to DeAndre Hopkins. And again, as I mentioned, Kyler Murray throwing fastballs, that's not surprising. Guy was drafted by the Oakland Athletics a few seasons ago to be an outfielder for them. And obviously the quarterback has a cannon of a right arm. So, first down and 10. This might be the last play of the third quarter. It will be. Clocks hit 000s here at TIAA Bank Stadium as we head to the fourth quarter. Cardinals in command here, 31-14, as we begin the final frame. Again, I'm Thomas Jones IV. You listen to a special presentation of NFASL, as I will be back later this afternoon to call the game of the week between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. James Conner inside zone give, sheds a tackle and is brought down at the 44-yard line. Tackled from behind that time, as Jacksonville has now given up over 300 yards of total offense. Second down, 2 yards to go. Murray pointing out something at the offensive line level here. It's going to be a jet touch pass for Rondale Moore. He had to cut up immediately. Kudos to Jacksonville for shutting down that edge lane there. Had to force the cutback. Whenever you have a guy running laterally and he has to cut back like that, that's exactly what the defense wants. You want to send him back into where all of your bodies are. And that was a great contain that time from Cisco. Here comes a blitz on third down. It's picked up. Nice throw. It's Antoine Wesley again in a corner. He's off to the races. 20, 15, 10. Here comes a man at the 5. It'll be a battle, and he's brought down at the 1. C.J. Henderson goes low. Antoine Wesley yet again to the 1-yard line. He's had 3 catches today, all in this second half, and he has been masterful after the catch today, as he is 3 receptions for 95 yards. Wow, what a play there. He's averaging over 30 yards a reception. Kyler from the Heavy Panther on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. A cut up the middle, and he's got a walk-in lane of a touchdown. Kelvin Beachum holding his man well that time to give Kyler the opportunity. And the Cardinals expand on the lead even further. It's now a 24-point deficit for Jacksonville. Momentum all the way with with Arizona, as the Jaguars just have been unable to avoid the turnover bug this afternoon. 5 total turnovers for Trevor Lawrence have been the storyline of this one. A fumble and 4 interceptions. Kyler on the other end has just thrown the 1 interception, was looking for Rondell Moore, and that's been his only blemish. And you can see, in often cases in the NFASL, the team that wins the turnover battle wins the football game. As Johnson has another big catch, trucks through 2 Arizona Cardinals before finally being stopped at the 26-yard line. What a performance today for Colin Johnson. He's been one of the lone bright spots, of the Jacksonville offense. As you see, he's talking about getting the bag and taking it back to his crib. But a nice play there, nonetheless, from Colin Johnson. This is the highlight right here. Look at the effort. My goodness. Lowering the shoulder with effectiveness, as the Jaguars now in Cardinal territory at the 26. Lawrence rolling to his right will take the dump down here to Chenault. He spins, got a block from Chark inside the 5. Another nasty juke. Touchdown, Laviska Chenault. That's what we call a Sports Center top 10 play. Go ahead and do a backflip, young man. My goodness, what an effort. And a touchdown for Jacksonville with 6.5 to play. Lawrence will try to go for 2 here. Throwing, will roll, looking for somebody. He'll just take it himself, and he's got it. So with that 2-point conversion, that does make things intriguing. It is now a 2-possession game. Cardinals up by 16. And that touchdown from Laviska Chenault, former University of Colorado, Buffalo, just another player that I really enjoyed watching in college. Chenault was just explosive. And you see, that play right there is what Jacksonville is hoping they see out of him this year in real life. He has that ability to make grown men miss in the open field. My friend Zach and the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, we like to joke around and say that, that those types of guys could juke you out in a phone booth. Like where you're in that tight space, nowhere to go. And you saw it. He spun off one defender, juked away from Budda Baker, who in his own right is a fantastic player. As James Conner hurdles, a man got first down yardage on the play up to the 40. Gashes off 15 yards that time. And the Cardinals will continue running that clock down. So every first down effectively adds more and more pressure on the Jacksonville defense. Let's see when they can make a play. Or if they can make a play. Murray under center will hand off to Conner again. This time Malcolm Brown there at the line of scrimmage. We've been calling his name ad nauseum today. He's made a plethora of plays, 4 tackles, 3 of them for loss. And you'll add that one to the register. So 2nd down and 10 as we're now under 6 minutes to play here in this AFC-NFC battle. Again, Cardinals and Jaguars, both 2-0 thus far in the early part of this season. Play action on 2nd down. Kyler hit as he throws, and it's still caught. DeAndre Hopkins makes the adjustment to the football and will give about 3 yards of breathing room. Hopkins, a busy day at the office. 6 receptions, 160 yards, and that touchdown earlier in the day. 3rd down, 7 to go. Kyler will roll to his right, will throw the corner out to Wesley. What a beauty! First down to the 33-yard line. You can't draw it up much better than that, folks. As with that reception, Antoine Wesley has his first 100-yard game of his career. Congratulations, Antoine. So 4 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown today. As you see, Kyler is having multiple receivers having big days on this one, as Conner will take the screen and gain about 2. But the biggest part of that 3rd down conversion is it now puts the ball inside Jacksonville territory, and that field goal at the end of the half has been pivotal. That 61-yard field goal we saw earlier has been the difference in terms of this could be a 3-possession game now if they are able to get the field goal. You see the clock coming down now as Jacksonville will have to start thinking about calling their timeouts. It's 3rd down and 5 with 3:52 and counting left in this ball game. If you're a Jaguar fan, you're looking for maybe not a miracle, but you're looking for a turnover right here. You cannot give up any points on this drive. And it's not looking fantastic right now, but hey, it's Madden. You just never know. Third down, Rondale Moore in the slot here. Comes across the formation. He'll take the jet touch pass, and he will be short of the first down marker as the tackle brought him down at the 26-yard line. Jacksonville again not going to call a timeout, it looks like. So Rayshawn Jenkins makes the stop. And that will be correct. Jacksonville is content with letting this clock tick down, as is the Cardinals. I don't expect them to attempt this kick until within 5 seconds or so of the play clock here. From the 26-yard line, this will be a 43-yard attempt for Prater, who's 1-on-1 on the day. They make it 2 of 2 as he drills that field goal. It makes it a 3-possession ball game with 2:41 left to play. So now Jacksonville is going to need to score in bunches and quickly. The onside kicks are also going to need to be a part of the formula if you want to get back into this ball game. So it's been, again, we mentioned in the last drive that was a great touchdown from Chenault, but the story of this game has been Trevor Lawrence's inability to take care of the football. 5 turnovers from number 16, and that is not what you want from your franchise quarterback. Lawrence rolling to his right, looking for something to become available, and finally does. It's DJ Chark up to the 48-yard line, and the Jaguars, of course, are going to run the no-huddle offense now, preserving time. Play action. It's Robinson, and he will step out and take a shot afterwards. I see Madden still refuses to call late hits that are actually late, as that will be a gain of 4. Stop the clock at 2:10. Lawrence drops back and throws to the left sideline. It's Chark. He's unable to get out of bounds, so this will take us to the 2-minute warning. So with that last completion, Trevor Lawrence is over 400 yards on the day, but again, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble. It really has been the difference as Arizona leads 41-22. So let's look ahead as these final 2 minutes are going to come off the clock. Let's take a look ahead at the schedule for the Arizona Cardinals moving forward here, as they are about 2 minutes away from moving forward to 3-0 in the season. Lawrence will roll to his right. He'll take off and run. He will step out and be tackled out of bounds about the 21-yard line. So for the Cardinals moving forward, next week they will take on their first divisional opponent and travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. Week 5, they host Coach Calico and the 49ers in Arizona. And then week 6, they travel back across the East Coast to take on the Cleveland Browns. There's a play-action throw on 2nd down. It's caught by Farrell. He steps out of bounds. No, he's tackled inbounds. Nicely done that time by Byron Murphy. Tackles him at the 14. No huddle for Jacksonville. Here comes Chandler Jones administering pressure. And this one is incomplete. Looking for Chark across the middle. And for the Jaguars, who presumably will drop to 2-1 after being defeated by Arizona today. Next week, we'll go to Cincinnati to take on Coach B. Grade and the Bengals, and then host the Tennessee Titans. Week 5. Week 6, they take on Coach Hatchlax and the Dolphins before their Week 7 bye. So some winnable games coming up for Jacksonville here, as this is a dangerous throw. He was looking for Chenault. There was just no chance that was getting completed, as the pressure forced the errant throw. 3rd down and 10. Minute 25 to go. Jacksonville looking to get some positive momentum moving towards next week. Lawrence, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers here, as we are officially in garbage time here in Jacksonville. Complete to Farrell. He does not get the first down, but he does step out at the 5-yard line, just a yard short of the line to gain. So this may very well be the last offensive play for the Jaguars this afternoon. 4th down and a yard from the Arizona 5-yard line. Lawrence will be under center here. Bunch formation. Quick throw. It is dropped by Chark. Incomplete. Byron Murphy in coverage there. And that should just about do it for Jacksonville. So the Cardinals are in their own side of the end zone here. So they might have to run a couple of plays, but more than likely they should be able to run this clock out here, barring a timeout being called by Jacksonville. So here's James Conner. He will take the carry up the middle and will be stopped at the line of scrimmage by Rayshawn Jenkins. Kyler Murray today had a masterful performance, threw touchdowns to 3 separate receivers, had a rushing touchdown as well. For basically all of the points except for the pick 6 by Wiggins and the rushing touchdown by James Conner. As this run by Murray, an interesting call there, loses 5 on the power read or the inverted veer for those of you that play NCAA. Love that play, by the way. That's a great one. And it's now 3rd down and 14, and Jacksonville does call a timeout, forcing Arizona to have to call a play here on 3rd down. So from the 1-yard line, Murray will throw. Here comes pressure. This is caught by D-Hop. And we'll see if Jacksonville calls a timeout as the clock is ticking down. And Andy Lee and the punt unit are out on the field, but I would be surprised if this ball gets snapped. And it looks like it will. I am surprised to see that. Okay. So Andy Lee will boot one away to about the 48. That's where Agnew will retrieve the football, and it'll be stopped right at the 49 of Arizona. So one more play for Jacksonville before we call this one a day. 41-22 is the score at the moment, and we should more than likely see a Hail Mary from Trevor Lawrence on this one. Here it is. Step up, throw to the end zone. It is caught by Arizona, but out of bounds, and that'll do it. 41-22, our final score here from TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. The Cardinals, no issues here with Jacksonville after the 5 turnovers from Trevor Lawrence result in a 3-0 start for the Arizona Cardinals. Jacksonville will fall to 2-1, and I will be calling the game of the week in about an hour and a half or so. So stay tuned for that. Packers and 49ers. And then I also believe I'll be playing my game in about an hour or so against the Lions. So a couple NFASL games coming up this morning, folks. Stay tuned, and we will be back with you shortly. Have a good one, folks.